3, 2, hold it. And now straighten both legs, bring the weights down. Put the weights on the mat, fingertip touch, bend your front knee into a lunge, and stretch that hamstring back. Shoulder blades are still down the back the whole time. 3 more. Grabbing those weights next, come on up, and grab your weights. Step forward and turn towards the camera. Knees wide to the sides, come into your squat, arms out in front. Sway to your right, arm goes out to the side if you have room, come back in the middle, sway to your left. Notice the knees are bent the entire time, so I'm not going to straight legs. Our goal here is to keep our knees in alignment with our toes. Make sure your knees stay wide so you get your glutes engaged a little bit more. Should be starting to feel a little bit warmer now. I know I am. I got a little sunlight. Bought a new umbrella. It's going to be here soon, and hopefully it'll keep me a little more shaded in my little spot. Last one. And now we hold in the middle and we pulse. Arms out and pulse. And the lower you get here, the more challenge. Remember, the goal is really wide knees. Really wide, so we're not creating stress in the knees. And hold it. Now we lift one heel up, drop it down, and switch. And switch. Again, wide knees. The more we can separate the knees, the more you're going to feel that work. Shoulders down the back. Now both heels lift. And then we come into our little pulses. Heels lifted, balance and stability. Get those knees wide, abs strong. Try not to lean forward. Stay tall and upright. 4, 3, 2, hold it. Stand all the way up. Bring the weights down in front of you. And holding here. Hands on your hips. Come upright, bend your knees. We shift, lunge to one side, shift to the other side. Shift. And here we're just focusing on keeping the spine long and tall. Press into your heels. 4 more. 3, 2, hold it in the middle. We go into windmill, straight legs. Tip forward, arms out to a T. Twist to one side. Come in the middle, twist to the other side. And so here we're getting a bit of a hamstring stretch. At the same time, trying not to sway or shift your hips. We don't want to lean to the side. The goal is not to get to the toe. The goal is to keep the body straight as if you're rotisserie yourself around a skewer. 1 more. Hold it and bring your hands down. Nice stretch in your hamstrings. Let your head rest down and then walk your feet together here. And we come into our down dog position and hold in down dog. Shoulder blades are down the back, right leg goes in the air, straight up. And from here, circle the leg. Small circles, not too big, shoulder blades down. 8 of them, and then reverse. We've got 8 in the other direction as well. Keep reaching the leg in the air, that's where you're gonna get the work. Drop the opposite heel down, hold it 8, bend your knee, straighten your leg. Flex your foot as you bend your knee, point your toe as you straighten. We'll do 8 here. These are attitudes. Shoulder blade again, down the back. Opposite heel is digging in, so we get a nice hamstring stretch. After the 8 here, should be on your last one. Then we come into one-legged plank. Pull your knee to your chest, plank forward, pause. Really dig the knee up, scoop out the abs, shift and lift into arabesque. So we exhale as we go into that one-legged plank. Inhale as we lift. Your goal here is to drop your hips as you go into your one-legged plank and get into a Japanese bridge. Use the arms to help. 1 more, just 6 of these. We're not doing as many. Hold it up. And now bend your right knee so it's parallel to the floor. And then we do little pulses. We lift. Just push your heel to the ceiling as you hold in this down dog position. Opposite heel presses down. 4, 3, 2, both feet come down. Into our plank, stretch your body out long. Hold in plank, and here we're gonna do leg pull. 1 leg kicks up, 2 little pulses, kick, kick, bring it down, alternate. Alternate. Now remember, if at any time this is bothering your wrists and you need to come to your forearms, you can always take a break if needed. 1 more each leg. Arabesque on the other leg, same repeat pattern, lift the hips. Shift back, left leg in the air, nice and high. And we circle 8 in one direction, not too fast. Reach to the ceiling. Opposite heel is down. and reverse the direction. Keep lifting that leg. Again, that's where you're gonna find the work. And then attitude, bend your knee, point your toe, stretch your leg out. 8 of these as well. Lift the leg, find that opposition, reaching your foot up in the air as the opposite heel drops down. 8 total. And then we go right into our one-legged plank here. Pull the knee to the chest, abs strong. Really pull the knee up, shift back, lift your hip in the air. Lift that leg up nice and high. Again, opposition is important here. The more you reach the leg up in the air, the more you're gonna feel the work here. Just 6, should be on your last one. And hold, both feet down, and walk back with your hands. Pilates push-ups are next. Pause, roll up slowly, 1 vertebra at a time. Shoulder blades are down the back. Reach your arms overhead as you inhale. Dive down on your exhale. And we walk out. You can drop to your knees for your push-ups or stay on your toes. Either one works. Bend your elbows straight back. Try not to let your elbows go out to the sides. 1 more. Toes down, lift your hips. Shift the body weight back. Walk back. 3 steps ideally. Try not to sway your body. Roll up slowly. And reach your arms overhead. Inhale. Diving down on your exhale. And walk forward. Once again, you can stay on your toes or go to your knees. Bend your elbows straight back. 1 more. Shift and lift. Walk back with the hands. Use your core to help roll yourself up. Shoulder blades down. We got 1 more. Reach overhead. Inhale. Dive down on your exhale. Let's walk forward. Hold it. Drop to your knees or stay on your toes. Bend your arms. Last one. And sit back. Moving on here, let's grab some smaller weights for the arms and sit down on your mat. We'll be half rolling back. Make sure you have space behind you. Knees are bent, arms are straight out with small weights in hand. Plug the arms in the socket, breathe in on your exhale, roll back, halfway. Stop, scoop the abs, slowly roll back up. Do it again. Leave your navel behind. Let your hips come up last and let your hips go back first. So if you can focus on getting the hips to really move here, you'll feel your abdominals working a little bit more. Scoop and tuck. Roll back up. 2 more. Feet are flat, firmly planted. 1 more, hold it back this time. Now raise your arms up in the air and bring them forward. And raise them up. Shoulders down. Now if your weight's a little too heavy and you feel like you're gonna fall back, you can straighten your legs out. Makes it a little bit easier to maintain the balance. Keep the shoulder blades down. Let's do 2 more. And we go right into circles. Arms up and circle to the sides, down around to the knees, straight up again. We'll do 4 in this direction and 4 in the other direction. Continue to really focus on drawing your navel into your spine. Reverse the direction. Don't forget, I just did an extra one. That's okay. Just 8. Keep your arms straight out in front of you. Hold it. Now straighten your legs out. We go right into our biceps. Bicep curl. They're just small. They don't need to be big. This is really, as you should be realizing, a little more core work and shoulder work than anything else. Keep reaching the legs long. Press the inner thighs together. 2 more. Last one. Hold it. Arms out. And now we go forward. Spine stretch forward. Pause. Sit up nice and tall. And do that again. Spine stretch forward. I'm losing my headband here. Where'd it go? Keep going. Spine stretch forward. Let's do 2 more. Try not to drop your weights. Last one. And then separate your legs just a bit. Sit up tall, arms out to the sides. And we twist. As we twist, reach both arms in the air. Little pause. Bring your arms out to a T and alternate to the other side. Remember, your goal is not to move your hips. It's trying to keep your legs completely immobile. Plug the leg in the socket. Make sure the feet don't move, the hips don't move. Try not to lean away from the movement as you twist, but almost lean into it a little bit so you have equal weight distribution into the hip bones. We'll do this 1 more time, each side. Last one. and round forward, both arms straight ahead, and use the weights. Get down, little stretch in your hamstrings. And now from here, bend your knees, move a little bit more forward on the mat so you have a little more space behind you. We're rolling all the way down. Arms out, roll down one vertebra at a time. Abs strong and engaged. Once you get here, keep your arms in the air. Bring your knees to tabletop position. Breathe in, and on your exhale, abdominal curl. Touch outside ankle and knee, and switch for single leg reach. And switch. So remember, here we're really trying to lift and curl over your floating ribs. If you can maintain neutral, great. It's not important. If you can't, you can flatten the low back too. Draw your navel in. One more, straighten the legs. Scissors, pull, switch. And remember, you don't want to pull too much, because if you do, your lower abs won't work as much. Keep your tailbone a little bit anchored here. And now we go right into crisscross, hands behind the head. And it's opposite armpit, shoulder to knee, shoulder to knee. Opposite shoulder to knee. Try to keep both shoulder blades lifted. Get your legs as straight as you can. 4 more. 3. Last one. Bend your knees in. Take a quick break. Head down. Now remember, turn your head side to side. If at any time you need a break for your neck, just put your head back down. You can always come back up into it when you're ready. Bring your knees to tabletop, arms up. Breathe in. On your exhale, come into your abdominal curl. Send the legs away and pump your arms in the hundreds. Inhale and exhale. Reaching the arms into the distance the whole time. If this bothers your neck, head goes down. You can also put one hand behind the head. Just make sure if you do that, that you switch at some point so that you don't have the same side behind you, because that'll make you a little bit more imbalanced. If you want to lower your legs, it's tougher. If you want to bend your knees, it's a little easier. Do what works for you. Challenge yourself. Draw your navel in, lift your pelvic floor. Continue to breathe nice and deep. We're almost there. Hang in there. 4, 3, 2, hold it, come to stillness, bend your knees in, come all the way down. Pull your knees to your chest, little stretch of your back, and send your legs to the floor all the way out. Arms down at the sides, right leg to the ceiling. Single leg circles, bring the leg into the body and circle. Don't move your hips, keep them anchored into the mat. You can have your toe pointed or flexed. If you flex it, it's going to be more of a hamstring stretch. We are doing 10 in this direction. Again, core very engaged, so you're not using your hips. And at 10, we just reverse the direction. And as you go in reverse, if you want an additional challenge, bring your arms in the air as well, so you're not using them to help yourself be stable. So again, this is all about your hips staying as immobile as you can get them. Continue to draw your navel in. These are small circles. Reach that leg up really high in the air. At 10, we pull the knee to the chest and then send it to the floor. And now we switch legs. Right leg goes down, left leg comes up. All the way, and we repeat. Into the midline of the body and circle. Stop at the top and circle, stop at the top in between each one. Relax your shoulders. They're going to want to get tense. Keep reaching the leg. This is my weaker leg. It does not want to stay straight. So I'm constantly focusing on lengthening it and getting it up in the air as high as I can. At 10, reverse that direction. Stretch your leg up. Feel that quadricep working when you do so. You need your core engaged here. My leg is shaking. I'm stretching it so high up in the air. 10 here. Once you've completed your 10, bend your knee into the chest, and then we send that leg to the floor as well. Both legs straight out, arms out to this, arms overhead, and now we're going into our roll-ups. Lift the head, neck, and shoulders on your inhale, exhale, roll up. Imagine there's a big beach ball in the way, and you're going to clear that beach ball up and over it, shoulders down. Round back slowly. Raising the arms up will make this more challenging as you come down. If you want to choose that option, it's not necessary. Inhale, abdominal curl. Exhale through the sticking point. What is necessary is a smooth, controlled movement. I want you to really focus on trying to make sure that these movements are as graceful as you can possibly keep them. Your body will get stronger as you focus on that grace and control. And roll back down. Stretching away from the feet, one vertebra at a time. My headband is not cooperating with me today. Going into rollovers next, make sure you have room behind you so you don't kick anything. Scooch forward if needed, and roll down. Bring the legs in the air. You can just do footprints, lifting the hips barely, or come into the rollovers, legs together. Bring the legs in and roll up and over. Lift the hips. Hold them, flex your feet, separate the legs a little bit, and roll back down. I gotta move down, I'm gonna kick that candle. And do it again. Now if you bring your legs down a little bit lower, at the top or even after you roll down, you'll get a little more lower ab work there. So if you want to go lower with the legs, go for it. Legs together. When you roll over, we separate them at the top just a little bit. Flex the feet and roll down. And now we reverse that direction. Keep the toes apart, legs, toes pointed and apart, and roll over. So that's the reverse, feet together. It's just a reverse leg thing. Relax through your neck and shoulders. When you come down, you will be feeling your triceps. Use them. And we got 2 more if you want to make this a little bit more challenging yet. Arms in the air, and we do it from here. A little bit more challenging. Roll down and try to decelerate the lowering. One more time, legs apart to roll over. Ooh, had to grab my ankles a little there. And then come back down. Into a teaser. Knees bent at tabletop, arms overhead. Lift, swing the arms, and lift up into your teaser. Hold in teaser. You can go straight legs if you want to make it more challenging. Roll down slowly when the low back hits. You may bring the knees in. And again, lift the head, neck, and shoulders, and roll it on up. Stretch those legs, and roll back down. Even tougher, legs on the floor, and we do a deadlift from the floor into our teaser. So if that's something you want to do, go for it. Again, option is yours. If you need to keep your knees bent, you can also do that. 2 more. Rolling down slow with control, gracefully. Last one. Hold it up. Bring your feet down. Hands behind you. Giraffe stance. Let me get in a place that's a little bit more level. I'm on pavers, so sometimes they don't work great for me. Knees in tabletop, shoulder blades down. Let's sway the knees to one side. Don't move your hips. Bring the knees to the middle and sway to the other side. And so here, the goal is really focusing in on your abs. Because if you're not using your abs, you're gonna really get into your hip flexors. So remember, you can also drop the feet lower if needed. Last one, now we go into can-can to the right and straighten the legs. Pull them in, bend them. To the left, straighten the legs. Pull them in and bend them. And continue. I still want you to try not to lift your hips or hike your hips. So your hips should feel as if they're cemented in place and they're not moving at all. One more to the left side. And we go right into hip circles. If you need a break, take one. We circle in one direction, stop at the top and reverse. We have 8 total. Focus on the abs for the lift. The lower you go, the tougher. Bend your knees if you need to, if your back is bothering you. Almost there. Exhale on the lift. Last one. And bring the feet down. All right, now we go into rolling. Bend your knees. Hands on the shins. Elbows a little flared. Tuck, curl, roll back, inhale. Exhale, lift. Woo! Completely unstable, uneven surface. Let's do it again. The challenges of being in the beautiful sunlight in your back patio. Inhale, roll back. Exhale, up. We'll do 2 more. Seal is next. Last one. Hands go under your shins, on tops of the feet. We open from the hips 3 times. Then we roll back. Don't roll on your head. Abs strong. Keep the distance between your knees and your shoulders the same. Remember, we're not throwing our feet. We're not throwing our arms. Don't let your feet go higher. Keep the direct bend. And try not to hold your legs up with your hands. Michelle, you're kicking your legs a little more than you should. Try not to kick the legs or straighten them so much when you go over. Last one. Rossi, get out of the way. Hold it. All right. Hands on top of your shins. Go into control balance. Right leg stretches up. Toes together. Can you guys see my cat? She's here watching you guys. She's like, what is going on here? What is all this stuff happening right now? Shoulders down, abs strong. One more each side. We're going to keep both legs lifted and hold it. All right, both legs lifted and hold in our control balance. If you want to stay here, stay here. If not, roll back and open leg rocker. Exhaling as you return. To make it a little more challenging, you can let go. And try to keep the distance between the shins and the hands even the whole time. That's going to be a lot more challenging. 2 more. Scoop and tuck. Don't roll on your head. 1 more. And hold it up. And legs come down. All right, let's go on to all fours here. Hands and knees, and come down to the elbows. Right knee bends to tabletop. Perfect 90-degree bend, little pulses, lift, lift, lift. It's not fast, it's controlled, always with control. Now, what you're gonna feel here is that your supportive leg is working through the hip a little bit more. 3, 2 more, 1 more. Hold the leg out, and now straighten it and bend it. And stretch and bend. It's not really about how big the bend and movement is. It's about keeping the knee at about the same height as the hip and working into the supportive hip, trying not to let the hips go to the one side. Last one, and hold it. And now from here, straighten the leg, tuck the toe under of your other foot. If you have a knee issue, you can bring both feet down. We're going into arabesque. Hands on the mat, arms straight, lift to the sky. And then come back down onto the knee and lift to the sky. We're gonna do that 3 times. You can just go into the arabesque and hold it and lift and lower the leg. And hold, all right, come on down. Right knee down, left leg comes up, back down to the forearms and our little pulse. Remember, it's not too fast. Focus on squeezing your glute here as you press your heel up. Don't move your leg much. Just that little pulse and lift. Shoulders down. Last one, hold it, straighten the leg, and then bend. And again, the goal here is to use our glutes to stay as stable as possible. Russie, get out of the way. Shoulder blades are down. All right, and now we're coming up. So hold it, straighten the leg, tuck the toe under, come up to your hands, and we lift up into arabesque and come back down. And again, lift up and reach. And then 1 more. And hold it. Bring both feet down. We're in our down dog position here. Walk the dog, shoulders down, bend one knee, drop the opposite heel. We're going dolphin down dog next. And if you want to challenge yourself even more, you can do it in arabesque. We'll do about 6. Hold it. Now either stay here or lift one leg in arabesque, and we bend both elbows down and push up. And push up. Doesn't matter if your elbows come to the floor, switch legs if you're in arabesque. And again, 3 more. Reach the leg up, 2 more. 1 more. Hold it, leg down. And let's come down to our knees. We're stretching out now, arms overhead, legs straight out. Keep your legs apart to reduce stress in the back. Reach your arms overhead. Plug the arms in the socket, legs are long and away. Lift your thighs only. Keep the legs as straight as you can. Turn out, we're going into beaters, so beat your heels together like you're beating the dirt out of a rug. And so if you do this right, you're really gonna feel your glutes. If you wanna increase your challenge here, arms up as well. If it hurts your back, don't worry about putting the arms up. Tighten the abs. Always focus on your abs. Hold it. Right into swimming. Opposite arm and leg. The goal is not to move your torso and not to move your hips. Keep them as stable as you can. 4, 3, 2. Bring the elbows down and hold. Bring your elbows underneath you. And remember, when we're in this position for a single leg kick, don't let your belly sag. Lift it up. Abs strong. Bend your right leg. Kick 3 little pulses. Stretch it out. Try to lift it and lower it down. Alternate. Left side. Stretch and lift. Focus on using your glutes as you reach out. Keep your abs strong and engaged. Breathing. We inhale as we kick, kick, kick. Exhale, blow it out. Sniff, 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 blow it out. Shoulder blades are down the back. And if you want to make this even more challenging, keep both thighs lifted the whole time. Ouch. You're going to work the glutes. Shoulders down, abs engage. 1 more each leg. Last one. And hold it. Come on down. All the way. Lace the hands behind the low back. Turn your head to one side. Double leg kicks. Bend both knees 3 times. Kick, kick, kick. Straighten your arms and legs out. Lift up and come down. Turn your head on the other side. Kick, kick, kick. Stretch the legs and lift. And the other side. 1, 2, 3. Lengthen. We exhale this time as we kick and inhale into that extension. Exhale, kick, kick, kick. Inhale, extend one more time. Exhale, kick, kick, kick. Extend and hold it. Hold it. Reach the arms up as high as you can. Abs strong and engaged. Bring your legs down, bring your hands down. Swan dive, push up with your arms. Abs strong. Throw your arms in front and rock forward. Exhaling as you return. Inhale, throw those arms, exhale to return. Focus on tight glutes so you can get the legs up during that dive forward. 2 more, shoulders down. 1 more. Come back, sit down, and rest your back in shell. Arms overhead, shoulder blades down. Nice deep breathing. Mermaid is next. Come on up and turn to the side. Top leg is in front. We start with our side bend towards our shins. We're doing 1 mermaid. If you want to stay with mermaid, you can. Otherwise, on the next one, we're going right into our side bend and just a little tap down with the hand. Here we go up into our side bend. 3 of these. Legs together is tougher. Big stretch. Come back down, tap the hand. Don't turn to the other side. Do it again. All the way up and over. Keep the shoulder blade down the back. This is about the height and the curve of your spine as you come up. Next, we have our high back release. So we just come into a side plank this time. Hold it. Reach the arm way behind you. Lift it to the ceiling and tap back down. Try to keep the legs together. Don't plop down. Use your core. Stretch the leg behind you, arm behind you. Lift it up. Come down slow with control. 1 more like this. And then finally, we go into our twist. Now remember, you don't have to twist or high back relief if it bothers your shoulder. Come on up. Sit back, or hinge back, I should say. Lift your hips and twist under your arm. Come back into your side plank, and then return. 2 more times. You can just do mermaid here if that makes more sense for your body right now. Abs strong. Shoulder down. 1 more. Use those obliques for the twist. And come on down. And now we come down onto our elbow, all the way down here. Stretch the legs out. You can also keep the knees bent if that makes more sense for you. Come on up. So if you're on your knees, you're here. If not, straight legs, arm in the air. Hold it. Reach your arm up by your ear. And then bring it straight up. Let's do that 6 times. Keep the shoulder blade of the supportive arm down the back. Hips straight ahead, along with your torso. Just 6. Don't let those hips fall. Oh, last one. All right, come on down. Come up, bend your knees, and let's side bend towards the shins. 1 more time. Shoulders down. Swing your legs to the other side. Let's repeat that. 1 mermaid, side bend to the shins. First, shoulders down. Bring your hand onto the mat. Bring the elbow down. Nice stretch over. We go right into the side bends. Remember, you can always stay here. Even it out. Do the same thing you did on the other side. Hand down, lift up. Reach the ribs, shoulders down the back. Keep your elbows soft and unlocked. Tap down and do it again. Now, the other option here, you can also do this just from the knees if you need to. 1 more. And then we go into our high back release. So it's not a bend, it's a straight spine. Come up to a straight spine, reach your arm behind you nice and far. Bring it back up. Come on down, tap. And again, your goal here is to use your core so much that when you come down, it looks really graceful, that your knees aren't going everywhere. They're kind of close together. So you're working those obliques quite a bit. Last one, that's 3. And then we go into our twist next. And so we start in our side plank. We lift the hips and twist back and under. And untwist. And come back, tap down. Repeat. Really important to keep the shoulder blade down even as you go into your twist, so you're not causing problems with it. 1 more. Lift and twist. Untwist. And come down. All right, side bend to the shins. Shoulders down. And then we come down on our forearm, down to the elbow, legs out. You can have the straight legs or bent legs. Lift into your side plank and bring your top arm in the air. Keep the shoulder blade down the back. We reach the arm overhead and then lift it up to the sky. And really focus on staying stacked here so you can really feel The obliques working. Shoulder blade is down. Last one. And come down and rest. All right. Now from here, a little bit side outer thigh work. Come up onto your knee. One hand on the floor, same side. Leg stretches out. Your arm can be straight up in the air, or you can bring it behind your head. We lift and lower. Tap down. It's not about how high you lift, it's about how straight your leg is and how much you reach it. Now, ideally, your hand should be under your shoulder. So check yourself and make sure your hand isn't way out here, because you're going to really put a lot more pressure in your arm than you need to. The work here should be in the leg. Hold it up, circles, 8 in one direction, not too fast. Try to keep your body centered as you reach and lengthen through the leg, and then reverse for 8. Reach, reach, reach. And once you've done the last one there, hold it, and we go into little pulses. Lift, 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 lift. Little pulses, don't move the body, hold it, kick forward, and pull back. Why am I doing so many of these? These hurt, yes they do. Kick forward, pull back, shoulders down. Remember, use your leg to hold yourself up. Your supportive leg, not your supportive arm. We have 8 of these, and hopefully my count is proper, and it's really 8 because I believe it is. And come on down. And ouch. Sit to the side. Stretch the hip. Of course, now we have to repeat that on the other side. So come on up. Bring your other leg underneath you. Leg stretched out. Top arm up or hand behind the head. And we lift. So again, reaching the leg into the distance, pressing the back shin, the shin of the lower leg into the mat. Elbows wide. Squared off as if you're against an imaginary wall. Hold it up. Now we make circles. We've got 8 in one direction. Keep reaching long. Pressure should be more into your leg. Reverse at 8. Keep reaching. Abs engaged. Ooh, little pulses. Dang. Who decided to do this? Oh. All right, kick forward and flex and pull back. You're almost there. We're almost done for today. You should be challenged by now, I hope. I know I am. I'm shaking like a leaf, you guys. Keep that foot up, don't let it drop down. I think we have 2 more to go. I hope I'm right, because I'm about to fail. Come on down. Ooh, stretch to the side. Wow. All right. And come up. And let's go into our cross-legged stretch. You can have your front leg straight out if it bothers your knee, or bend it underneath you. Bring your other leg up. It's our piriformis stretch. All right. Ooh, my hip is tight. Why did I choose the same side? I can definitely feel that work. Stay tall to the crown of the head. The goal is twisting through from the lower ribs and trying to relax. Try to get your hip to sink into the mat. Don't lift it up. It's not about how much you can twist. The taller your spine and the more you anchor your hip down, the more you will feel the stretch. It's going to be deep in your hip joint by your sits bones. And now we bring our legs both straight out in front of us and go into our seated forward bend, stretching our hamstrings. Raise your arms together, dive forward. Must be a dog walking up there. Relax your head down, shoulder blades down the back, breathe. Backs, no. Come up nice and tall. And let's twist in the other direction. One leg bends, the other one goes over. And again, we're sitting up tall. Shouldn't have really pressure into your back hand. And you should be lengthening through the ceiling. Relax the hip, relax the legs, let them soften down. Keep your core engaged so you can continue to get the height during the rotation. Breathe deep. Legs straight out in front of you. We're doing one roll down onto the mat to do a little more stretching. So stretch the legs out. Make sure you've got space behind yourself to roll down. Arms out, plug in the socket, roll down nice and slow. Get those abdominals to really work. And then let's recline twist. So bend the right leg and let that knee come across the body in the opposite direction, and turn your head towards the outstretched hand, looking to your right as your right knee goes across the body to the left. And if you want to use your left hand to push your knee down a little bit deeper, you can. And you should be feeling this in the waistline on the right side and perhaps into the hip as well. And roll to the center. Right leg straight up in the air. And let's bring it out to the side. Now if you want to take your fist and put it underneath your hip bone there, it'll just give you a little more leverage so that your hips don't turn. We don't want to let the hips rotate. We want to just let the outer thigh work here. Just let it come out to the side. Relax your shoulders and your neck. Continue to breathe. And then bend that knee into the chest. Give it a nice pull. And stir it in the socket a little bit. Did a lot of hip work. Reverse the direction, a little stir with the arms. Send the leg down to the floor. Bend the left leg, bring it across the body up to the right side. Look to your outstretched left arm and hand. Again, ideally you're going to feel this in your waist, just above the hip on the left side. Your knee position makes a difference in how you feel it. If you lift your knee up or lower it down, it will make the stretch a little different. So if you're not feeling it through the waistline some, at least maybe move the knee up or down towards your foot or up towards your nose, and you might feel it a little bit better. And return into the middle. Left leg up. Fist under the hip, and bring the leg out to the side. Again, we're trying not to rotate or roll the hips to the outstretched leg. We're trying to anchor. So you will be working your abs a little bit to do this. Make sure your neck stays relaxed. Breathe deep. And then pull the left knee to the chest. Nice hug, relax your shoulders, and stir that leg in the socket. And just reverse. Get a nice fluid motion is lotion. Bring your leg all the way down to the floor. Reach your arms overhead, big stretch, one roll up. Inhale, lift your head, neck, and shoulders. And exhale, roll up. And we are all done. Thank you guys so much for joining. I hope you enjoyed mat challenge today. Tomorrow, 8:30 Wednesday, core and stretch. Really good deep stretching tomorrow. Have a wonderful day, you guys. Enjoy the outdoors if you can get out during the day. Good to see you. Bye.